Hi, my name is Ben Marquardt, and today I'll be presenting a strategic analysis of Pfizer. I'll be focusing on both its external and internal environments and the key challenges it faces. I'll also discuss the industry landscape, competitive positioning, and strategic recommendations to ensure Pfizer's long-term growth. First, let's start off with their external environment and their industry overview. So the global pharmaceutical market is valued at $1.4 trillion with a 5% compounded annual growth rate, which is expected over the next decade. Major players in this industry include Pfizer, J&J, Merck, Novartis, and Roche. There's been a major shift in this industry from blockbuster drugs to specialty drugs, biologics, and personalized medicine. These all require more advanced R&D but offer higher margins. A key trend is the integration of AI in drug development, which could reduce R&D costs by up to 40% over the next decade. The main strategic issue for this industry is regulatory and pricing pressures. The industry is facing tighter government regulations and pricing constraints. Governments are enforcing stricter pricing controls, which requires companies to provide real-world evidence to justify drug prices. In the U.S., there is a bipartisan support for drug price negotiations. According to the Wall Street Journal, government-mandated price caps in the U.S. and EU could reduce pharmaceutical profit margins by up to 12% over the next 5 years. Next, we'll be talking about the competitive landscape. Pfizer competes with Merck, Johnson & Johnson, and Novartis, all of which face common industry challenges. These include patent expirations, regulatory hurdles, and pricing constraints. However, Pfizer differentiates itself through strong vaccine R&D, which is demonstrated by its rapid COVID-19 response. They also have a diversified portfolio that spans multiple therapeutic areas, high investment R&D, which ensures a strong pipeline of innovative drugs. For example, Pfizer's robust market presence and diversified portfolio give it a competitive advantage in the evolving industry. Next, we'll be talking about industry driving forces. There's several key forces that are shaping this industry. For example, there's regulatory reforms. This includes new price caps and compliance requirements, which are increasing the pressure on pharmaceutical firms like Pfizer. Pricing pressures. Pharmacy benefit managers now control over 90% of drug sales. This gives them significant influence over pricing. Technological advances, AI and personalized medicine are reshaping drug development and patient care. For example, companies that fail to invest in AI-driven drug discovery risk falling behind their competitors. 5 forces analysis. Start off with bargaining power of suppliers. Pfizer's large scale helps mitigate supplier leverage. Bargaining power of buyers. Medicare price negotiations are reducing pharma companies' control over pricing. Threat of new entrants. There's high R&D costs. This is estimated to be about $2.5 billion per drug. This creates significant barriers to entry. Threat of substitutes. 85% of U.S. prescriptions are generics. This increases the pressure on branded drugs. Industry rivalry. Major firms spend 15% plus of their revenue on R&D to stay competitive. Industry attractiveness and critical success factors. The pharmaceutical industry remains attractive due to high demand for innovative treatments. But in order to succeed, companies need strong R&D investment to maintain a pipeline of breakthrough drugs, regulatory compliance and engagement with global health agencies, strategic partnerships. In this industry, companies usually partner with biotech firms, cost efficiency and pricing strategy to balance affordability and profitability, and finally, global expansion, as emerging markets are growing 50% faster than developed ones. To summarize the external environment, this industry presents both challenges and opportunities. Challenges include regulatory scrutiny, pricing constraints, and competition. There are opportunities with AI-driven drug discovery, strategic partnerships, and global expansion. So in order for Pfizer to sustain their market position, they must balance compliance, innovation, and strategic growth initiatives. Now I'll be talking about the internal environment, starting off with their mission and values. Pfizer's mission is we innovate to bring therapies to patients that significantly improve their lives. Their core values include courage, excellence, equity, and joy. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla emphasizes a focus on breakthrough therapies to maintain Pfizer's leadership. Compared to J&J and Merck, Pfizer places a stronger emphasis on innovation. While this provides a competitive edge, it also requires sustained investment. Next, we'll be talking about their financial performance. 2024 revenue is $63.6 billion, which is a 7% year-over-year growth. Revenue trends from the last 5 years, it peaked in 2022 at $100.3 billion, then flattened post-pandemic. Net income 2024 was $9.7 billion. This was down from $31.3 billion in 2022 due to declining COVID-19 vaccine sales. R&D investment, it's been about $10 billion annually, which reflects Pfizer's commitment to innovation. So while financially strong, Pfizer needs to mitigate regulatory and pricing risks. SWOT analysis, their strengths include strong R&D, brand reputation, and strategic acquisitions such as Seagen. Weaknesses, revenue concentration risks, high operational costs. Opportunities come from emerging markets, AI-driven drug discovery, and biosimilars. This market is projected to be around $35 billion by 2028. Threats, regulatory pricing pressures, generic competition, and legal battles. So in conclusion, Pfizer must leverage its innovation-driven growth while addressing revenue risks. Core competencies, R&D leadership. Pfizer has a strong pipeline of innovative drugs. Strategic partnerships. They collaborate with biotech firms and AI-driven research companies. Agility in crisis. This is demonstrated through its rapid COVID-19 vaccine development. To conclude this slide, Pfizer's innovation must be complemented by strong cost management strategies. Value chain and competitive position. Pfizer has optimized its manufacturing processes, achieving a 15% cost reduction in 3 years through supply chain efficiencies. The company is also undergoing digital transformation. They are currently integrating AI and big data into R&D to speed up drug development. Strategic alliances such as contract manufacturing. These help reduce costs and enhance operational efficiency. So by focusing on efficiency and digital investment, Pfizer reinforces its market leadership in a highly competitive industry. Next, I'll be talking about the competitive strategy. Pfizer employs a differentiation strategy. They focus on high-value, innovative drugs that provide a competitive edge. The company justifies its premium pricing through its cutting-edge treatments. These include oncology drugs, gene therapy, and vaccines. Market positioning. Pfizer's strong brand loyalty allows it to maintain a premium product focus. So for Pfizer to sustain its pricing power, they have to continue to innovate and introduce breakthrough therapies. Now I'll be talking about their competitive advantage. Pfizer's sustained advantage is driven by innovation and R&D, with $10 billion plus being spent in annual investment. Intellectual property protections ensuring patent exclusivity for key drugs. Strategic acquisitions such as the Seagen purchase, which strengthened its oncology segment. So ongoing R&D investment is essential to maintaining Pfizer's long-term leadership in the pharmaceutical industry. Growth strategies. Pfizer's growth strategies include organic growth through in-house R&D innovation, also inorganic growth via strategic acquisitions such as Seagen. Biotech and AI partnerships to accelerate innovation. A key challenge is integrating the risks that come with acquisitions, which could lead to operational inefficiencies. So for Pfizer to sustain growth, they have to effectively integrate acquisitions and leverage AI-driven drug discovery. Their diversification strategy, they pursue related diversification. They expand within the biopharmaceutical sector. This helps offset patent risks by ensuring continuous drug innovation. The company is exploring digital health as a new revenue stream. Diversification strengthens Pfizer's resilience. This reduces revenue volatility and ensures long-term sustainability. International market entry, Pfizer expanding through joint ventures, forming local partnerships to navigate regulatory challenges. For example, the Asia Pacific region has seen 12% revenue growth in 2023, demonstrating strong demand. Localization strategies such as regional pricing models and local manufacturing helps tailor products to different markets. So by expanding local partnerships and optimizing pricing strategies, these are all essential for global growth. Organizational structure, Pfizer follows a decentralized model. This enables quicker decision-making and fast regulatory responses. However, challenges include communication gaps and potential redundancies across business units. Solution for this problem is implementing streamlined reporting. This includes their structures and enhancing international collaboration, or internal collaboration, Structural optimization is needed to maximize efficiency while maintaining organizational agility. Pfizer is committed to ethical business practices. This includes transparency and responsible drug pricing. Key CSR initiatives include vaccine accessibility programs and sustainability efforts. However, the company faces public scrutiny over pricing practices, which could impact its brand reputation. So by increasing transparency in pricing and CSR initiatives, these can all help strengthen public trust. Human resource policy and leadership, Pfizer focuses on talent development. They offer competitive compensation and extensive employee training programs. CEO, Albert Bourla's leadership style is characterized by strategic risk-taking and an innovative-driven approach. So in conclusion, Pfizer has strong HR policies which foster an innovation-driven corporate culture. This ensures Pfizer remains a leader in R&D and drug development. So to conclude the internal environment, strengths for Pfizer include they excel in innovation, they're financially stable, and they have strategic acquisitions. Challenges they face include pricing pressures, regulatory risks, and revenue concentration concerns. Opportunities come from AI, emerging markets, and biosimilars, which offer new growth avenues. Future outlook, Pfizer must maintain its R&D leadership, optimize costs, and expand into digital health to ensure long-term success. Now I'm going to pivot to strategic issue that I focused on, which was regulatory and pricing pressures. Key challenge is for Pfizer is they face increasing regulatory reforms and drug pricing pressures. For example, the Biden administration's drug price reforms could impact high-cost therapies. Pfizer's 2024 Form 10-K highlights competitive pricing concerns and potential margin pressures. Now I'm going to be talking about recommendations for this strategic issue. They can enhance engagement with policymakers. This includes establishing proactive dialogue with regulators to influence fair pricing policies. They can join industry coalitions to shape future regulatory frameworks. They can diversify revenue streams. This includes investing in emerging markets and digital health to reduce dependence on traditional revenue sources. They can expand into biosimilars and personalized medicine. And finally, they can optimize operational efficiencies. This includes improving supply chain management and production efficiencies to maintain profitability despite pricing challenges. And here's two more recommendations. They can invest in next-generation therapies. This includes focusing on breakthrough treatments that command premium pricing. They can leverage Pfizer's R&D strength to develop cutting-edge medicines, and they can strengthen global market strategies by tailoring their market entry strategies to local regulatory environments, and they can expand the global footprint to mitigate pricing pressures in certain regions. So to conclude the strategic issue, regulatory and pricing challenges threaten Pfizer's short-term profitability and long-term innovation. To remain competitive, Pfizer must refine its pricing strategies and also refine their regulatory engagement and revenue diversification efforts. So to conclude my presentation, Pfizer remains a global leader, but it must navigate regulatory reforms and increasing competition. Comprehensive strategy includes focusing on regulatory engagement, diversification, efficiency, innovation, and market expansion. These are all key to sustainable growth. Final thought is, by continuing its innovative-driven approach while addressing cost efficiency and pricing challenges, Pfizer can maintain its dominant position in the pharmaceutical industry. Thank you. These are my references.